love you more.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
Hey, man, thank you for your time.
Oh, you're very welcome. Again, my apologies. I'm just trying to do everything at once.
Right. Hey, well, thank you. And I think when I spoke with Chip, he had mentioned that you had landed the support slot on the Yngwie tour that's coming up. So
yep.
That must be pretty exciting, huh?
Oh, yeah. I mean, who wouldn't be excited to get right before Yngwie I play? There's two bands before us. So
yeah,
we'll be playing, that sweet spot of the night,
right.
Everybody's settled in, and yeah, I can't wait to rock out for everybody. I'm very honored to be on that tour.
Now you're going to be supporting the EP that you released back this November. Is it an EP or a mini album? How do you want to refer to that as?
My management refers to it as the EP. It's Work Hard, Rock Hard. Came out in November. It's streaming everywhere, and we're going to support. We did a tour with Geoff Tate where I did direct support last fall. Mm-hmm. And now we're going to do this with the Yngwie and continue to promote that EP. But we're getting ready to shoot a video for a really cool single we have coming out, and we'll be playing that and another song off our new EP on the tour, along with Work Hard, Rock Hard. So
there's already new tunes kind of underway.
Ruben, I've probably got 35 to 40 tunes that we'll just wait. Yeah, Chris Lord-Alge, my producer, and Phil X and I are on a roll. So we're having trouble figuring out what to put out.
Now, I was going to ask you, because I was aware that you had done some support touring there with Geoff. But I think one of the things, I think you landed on our radar, I think a couple years back? I think Ed Trunk had done some hosting, and you were doing some live gigs where you had premiered a film too, and you were going under the name of Bald Man at the time. So yeah. So catch us up on that a little bit.
Well, I got to LA under the persona of Bald Man. Mm-hmm. I got into movies in 2017, and that was kind of the turning point where I realized this is my time to get back into doing my creative side that I suppressed for many years. And once I landed in that movie, then I got into Halloween, and I was the guy killed by Michael Myers in the gas station on the counter, and took that role and launched into my own movie franchise, which is Hellbilly Hollow, kind of in the vein of The Devil's Rejects by Rob Zombie. I'm a crazy lead character in the movie. Mm-hmm. And when I was doing that, I also met my former, I still write with him, but not like I used to. And he had me singing a couple songs that he had, because his vocals are kind of plain, wedding singer type thing. I said, well, let me go back. Let me show you the way I used to sing when I was in a band when I was young. And I got it just unleashed the passion again. And we made this demo, and I brought it out to LA, and as Bald Man, and Chris Lord-Alge agreed to remix it for me. Mm-hmm. And that's when he discovered me, and we became best friends, and the rest just took off from there. And we had this cover of Have a Cigar we wanted to do, Ben and I, my old writer. And Chris said, let me show you how we're going to do this. And he brought in some, unknown musicians. I didn't know who they were. Mm-hmm. I heard the solo in that. I'm like, oh my God, I got shivers, and it was just nuts. And I'm like, really? And he finally told me it was Phil X, and we met the first day on the shoot of the music video, and now we're great friends, and the rest is kind of snowballed from there.
Right. Because I think even when you had done those gigs for, when you were going under Bald Man, I think you assembled like an all-star band, right? I think you had Tishy on drums.
Yeah,
and then,
Steve Ferlazzo.
Yeah, right.
Nick
and
Mayberry, Michael Devon, and Brent Woods.
There you go. So, I mean, you were loaded.
Yeah, and Eddie was nice to come out and introduce us at certain shows, and Eddie got behind me early. He was playing Have a Cigar on his show, and it was during COVID, so it was a probably not the best business decision, but I needed to do it to prove to myself this is what I wanted to do.
Right.
And what would be the next step after. And I figured because it was COVID, we'll give you a little sneak peek of the movie. that I had, which now we're about finished on post-production, and it should come out for real this year.
Okay.
And then we'll couple that with the music and put on a different kind of show for people that have been trapped at home. And even if you can only put 10% of capacity in, we'll do it for whoever can make it out. And
right.
I did it for the people.
Right. What inspired the shift in name? Because like you said, you used to go by Bald Man. Why not continue with that, being that you kind of launched things off with that particular stage name and stuff?
Well, once I got together with Chris and Phil, November of, what was it? 20, when was it? Probably 2020. My manager became Andy Gould. He took a chance on me because he knew Chris Lord-Alge took a chance on me. Andy Gould managed Rob Zombie. Andy Gould managed Linkin Park, a lot of big acts that he blew up. And he said, Bald Man's cool, but you're not Bald Man. You're Kurt Deimer, and Kurt Deimer's a cool name. It's a cool rock name. So we're going to rebrand. Bald Man got you to here, but going forward, be you. You're a unique individual. You've owned oil companies. You created all this stuff in your life, and people need to know the whole story of Kurt Deimer. Because when I act, do I go as Bald Man or am I Kurt? So it just, that was my management. They shifted me to Kurt Deimer.
Right. And as you mentioned, I mean, you've done a couple videos already for this EP, I guess we're going with, but you did I think the first tune you released was Naive, right? And then you did the one with Tate. What was the name of that one? Burn Together.
Well, yeah, we released Have a Cigar first, then we released Burn Together, that features Geoff Tate.
Yeah.
Because when I got on his tour, my management, Paul Gargano and Andy Gould, I met Geoff, which was what an experience that was. Never thought I'd meet Geoff Tate, let alone sing with him. And then I said, I want to put him on Burn Together. I thought our two vocal styles fit well in that song. And it did pretty well. It got onto the charts and stuff. And we shot that video out in the desert together. And then we shot Naive the next day. And then that came out. It's kind of part of a trilogy. There's one more song that we shot a video for that probably won't be out anytime soon, but it's a prequel to the other two videos. So you can watch them all three together too.
Oh, cool. That's so there's some kind of a seamless thing that goes throughout. Okay, cool.
They tie together. They're like, well, this other song, it was supposed to be the first video. And I go, you know how it is, man. These people put out movies and video, and then you have a prequel, which leads you up, so that's the way we're going to do it.
Right. Now, I know you mentioned, you supported Tate, you got Tate on the record, which is great. That tune is pretty cool. So I guess that kind of explains how he wound up on doing the video, is probably why you guys were doing the tour together.
Yeah, they had him fly in. We all had dinner together, his camp and my camp, and we had dinner, and we all agreed on doing direct support on the tour. And Geoff was very happy to be on a song with me and was very gracious to do that. And I learned so much from him. And we also agreed to do the video for it together. And he flew back in for that. So he's very instrumental in helping me, get in the right direction.
So it seems like even the videos and how involved are you directly with those? Because I mean, they're pretty well done. They're top notch. I mean, kind of like with all the people you have involved. I mean, it seems between management, the musicians, the production and the videos, everything's kind of come together in this top notch kind of a thing for you.
Well, thank you, man. No, well, because I've produced and did post directing on my movie coming out. I kind of have learned over the last few years since I've been in it a lot that goes on. It was a whole learning process, so I didn't know anything until the first day I was on set with John Travolta. But but Paul Boyd is my creative director, and remember all the Shania Twain videos?
Oh yeah, right.
He did all those.
Okay.
And then friends, we've written Hellbilly Hollow 2 together already. We've got a couple other projects coming up, and he saw in my acting that's about to come out in Hellbilly Hollow what a crazy actor I am. Like I can do all kinds of crazy. It's like I'm a totally different person when the camera comes on and take on these roles, and I'm very passionate about it. So we've teamed up, and he's my creative director and does all my music videos. In fact, he's right around the corner right now with Phil X, and we're shooting it.
Oh, cool.
Phil X playing guitar right now.
Now, the question I have for you, because again, you know, you like we talked earlier about the folks you had in the band and stuff like that. Who are you taking with you as far as your band? I think, is Phil going to be on board for this particular tour with Yngwie?
Oh, Phil is my guitar player.
Okay.
We work around the Bon Jovi schedule.
Okay.
He's going on tour with Bon Jovi in April, and our tour, I think there's 2 shows that overlap, but he's flying into Hartford and will join us there for, you know, probably 24, 25 shows.
Mm-hmm.
The only show he's going to miss is the first 2, and then the Rainbow 50th anniversary. We're
right.
playing on April 24th.
Wow.
But I
that,
think
that should be fun, huh?
I mean, yeah. Did I think 20 years ago I'd be playing the Rainbow 50th anniversary?
Right.
Yeah.
So I just got a couple more things for you, and we'll end with something really heavy duty that's going to really have you digging deep into the memory banks and seeing what you think of this. But one thing I wanted to bring up is you were also on Shiprocked. So how'd you get connected with that, and what was the experience like?
Well, another, you know, my management helped get me on Shiprocked, and Danny took a chance on me. He said, Paul, I don't want your guy to embarrass me, because he saw some of the old Bald Man stuff. And so I wanted to get to where our band could be on there. And I went and did the Stowaways by myself. The next thing you know, I'm playing with Bumblefoot. I'm playing with Sonny from POD, HR from Bad Brains. And I made a lot of new fans, and I just went out and did my thing and stayed true to Kurt Deimer and promoted my brand. And what a blessing it was. I mean, you got to do stuff like that,
Right.
because it's all about entertaining the people that want to hear good music.
Right.
They like my style. Great. I really appreciate it. If you don't, it's great too. I don't like everything out there.
Right.
Either.
Right. And I guess the cool thing about this day and age is that you always find cell phone footage of some of the stuff. So I've got a chance to watch some of the stuff that made it onto YouTube that features you on there. So it's pretty cool stuff.
Oh, thank you, man.
So here we go. We'll wrap up with these couple questions, and you can give me your thoughts, the thoughts according to Kurt on these. Who do you think is the best musician that went from musician to actor and then actor to musician?
Musician to actor.
Yeah.
Actor.
Who you think is really did it well or has done it well?
Or who still does it?
Yeah, or who still does it, right?
Jared Leto.
Ah, okay.
Got great musician, phenomenal actor. I would say Jared Leto.
Okay, fantastic, cool. Hey, give us some plugs for the website, social media, or anything like that, and we'll get those linked to the video as well.
It's everything is under Kurt Deimer, KurtDeimer, and would love for you to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube is Kurt Deimer channel, and please subscribe to that. And I keep it even more simple. My website's kurtdeimer.com.
Got it.
That's where all our merch will be. We have CDs on there, merch, all our tour announcements, picture. It'll be the hub.
All right.
And we've got the Kurt Deimer Fam Club started. I'm building a family, so we call it the Fam Club.
Cool. All right. Hey, Kurt, thank you for your time to talk to KNAC.com, and we'll get this online. We'll get you guys links. We'll let Chip know and everybody, and best of luck with the Yngwie tour, and hope to see you in the Northwest at some point in time.
Yeah, I hope to be. I haven't been to the Northwest yet, so I promise you we'll be there soon.
It'd be great.
And I really appreciate you having me on, and I thank everybody for listening, and can't wait to rock out for you someday.
All right, man. Thank you very much. Right. And again, best.
Hey, best to you too, Ruben. Thank you for having me. All right, take care.